Come over here. Come over here. Excuse me. These are my kids right here. Okay. They came in here and they stole. I apologize. They coming in here and return the stuff that they just stole. Okay. And if you ever see them in here again, please kick them out. Okay. Or even call the police on them.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
My big manager is right there if I need to.
Come on, go. I'll take it back and tell her you apologize. You apologize for stealing too. Both of y'all. No, he was stealing them. I found out. He come to return them. Okay. If you ever see him in here again, can you please kick him out?
Okay, will do.
Without no parents? Apologize.
Okay, thank you.
Apologize. Thank you.
All right, before I get the same comments that I've normally seen where people are like, oh, this is what I'm talking about with the Black community, where we're empowering and enabling other people to, call the cops and to, whatnot, whatever, when it specifically, deals with our kids. If only we would sit up there and come together as a community and yada, 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 and all this other type of stuff. And ha, 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 ha.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And for the other people that like to come around and sit up there and say, oh, look at this Black guy. He randomly decides that he wants to be a father and he wants to now show up in, his kid's life. Let's see what it looks like without the cameras being around, without, him trying to film. Let's see what he's like 24/7 around his kids, since they were born.
You serve zero purpose.
And let me specify real quick, because I know that the comprehension for a lot of people is quite off. For any woman out there, let me repeat one more time. For any woman out there, let me repeat one more time for the people in the back that might not actually understand what I said. For any woman out there who may want to try to use this as a avenue to try to negatively talk about Black fathers.
Stop it. Get some help.
Bitch, you guessed it.
So now that we got all of that foolishness out the way, let me just sit up there and tell y'all something real quick. This is a video that started off my morning, and I was highly proud. I loved this video. I actually watched it about 2 or 3 times because this is going to be a memory that these young boys are going to remember for the rest of their lives. This is going to be that transition. This is going to be that turning point. He caught them early before this was able to scale into something a lot larger. This is something that we've talked about before in the Black community, trying to have preventative measures, trying to catch things early before they grow into a larger problem. This is how you do it. You're involved in your children's lives, and this is how you become more of a parent. This is how you become more of a guardian. This is how you make sure that your kids are not going to be in and out of jails, in and out of prisons, having records. The police know their name, them around the city or the block, selling and destroying that exact same block/community. This is how you do it. Now, I've seen at least one social media site online that wanted to categorize this as, oh, look at this father sitting up there snitching directly on his 2 sons. What do you guys feel about this? I feel pretty good about it. I didn't know being a good parent is considered a snitch. I didn't know that. Now, again, you're talking to somebody who is coming from a single parent household. I never looked at this as snitching. I just looked at this as a parent being a parent. But I guess when you have a lot of people directly out there who suffer from a certain type of syndrome where their father is, in a sense, missing, or they don't specifically know what a parent actually is, I guess that's when you decide to just come up with any and every single type of narrative in order to demonize good parents or good fathers directly out here. And then you decide to put this out there to try to cause a ruckus or to try to cause some type of negative issue and backlash where you have a Black man being a father in the Black community to his 2 kids. It's crazy how this works. As I stated to people before in another video, I want people to pay very close attention to how dry a lot of content is for a lot of social media platforms, and how it is that they will try to leverage and use Black people as that point so that they can get the engagement, so that they can get the money, so that they can get the attention and drive views to their sites or to their clips or just to a tweet or what have you. This is exactly what that looks like. Never at a point in time did I ever think that we would be at a point in social media where a person or people will try to use a black man, try to use a father, being a father, as a negative. I never thought that that would actually be a thing up until now. And I'm a little bit shocked, and technically I'm not. Because if this was any other race of fathers out there dealing with his kids in this manner, it wouldn't even be content like this. It wouldn't even be considered snitching. People would just sit up there and say that, oh, this is a good father. Look at how he's, trying to teach his sons wrong from right. Look how he caught them before, their lives turned for the worse as they got older, right? And people would be clapping it up. They would be ecstatic. They would be happy, right? That would be positive engagement. But when it deals with fathers, when it deals with black kids, they always want to put out something negative. They never want to, in a sense, show a type of correction. They don't want to show a type of standard. They don't want to show black men or fathers in a leadership position, especially when it deals with their sons and correcting their negative and or bad behavior, and also showing to the world like, yo, this is how you manage this. This is how you deal with this without, in a sense, the hands-on approach that we've seen in certain other instances of social media clips. And I know that some people are going to have a disagreement. They're gonna be like, yeah, he is sitting up there doing that, kudos to the dad. But I highly disagree with the fact that he told the stores that, hey, if you see my kids here again, then you need to pretty much blacklist them here, and you also need to call the police. We should not, give over the rights and the ability for them to call the cops and whatnot, whatever, directly on our kids, because we've seen what is taking place in the media when they decide to just call the cops on our kids just because our kids were there not doing anything at all, and we saw the end result. We know and we understand that. The main point of this is to showcase the impact on how their judgments, their decisions, whoever it is that they're hanging around with, or however they got, this makeshift idea that this was the correct thing. This is about putting obstacles. This is about showing them how this road can go, the potentialities of, if you decide to make this decision again, X, Y, and Z is going to happen because I told them what it is to do if they ever see you or you happen upon this store again. Right? Because he's stating that I'm not going to be everywhere every single day. I'm not going to be around you 24/7. I'm not going to be able to save you from every single wrong mistake that you're going to be able to do. I am, in a sense, enlisting and letting people who work in this community know, hey, I understand that my sons did this. I'm getting directly on them this way on camera, and then it's probably going to be another way off camera. But while we are on camera, this is what I need you to do if you see my sons here, because I don't want them to think that this is a okay thing to do in this store or in this neighborhood. I'm going to embarrass them. I'm going to put this on social media. I'm going to take the hands-off approach at this moment in time so that they know and their friends know that this is not what we do here. So that everybody knows that this is not how I raise my kids. And this is why time and time again, I've always tried to do videos or live streams where I make sure to give shout outs, much love, respect, and appreciation to the fathers directly out there, and especially to the black fathers directly out there, because being a father is a thankless job. Nobody respects fathers, even when they are present, even when they are there. Nobody respects them. Case in point, look at Father's Day. Look at how many people are trying to, spend time with their dads, trying to take them out, trying to make them, feel special, trying to showcase that they actually appreciate them. I'm pretty sure if you were to add up all of the holidays from A to D, I'm pretty sure Father's Day, when it deals with money and how much people spend and go out, that would be somewhere below a D. That's how bad it is. I've been out there during Father's Day, and you don't see a lot of people trying to hurry up and, yeah, we got Father's Day sales. Yeah, we got, Father's Day at restaurants where food is half off. Come spend a day with your father, movie days and all this. No, all of that's not happening. They're not running a field of commercials. What they make sure to do is run a field of commercials for Mother's Day, though. They'll make sure to sit up there and do that. But they're not going to do anything to appreciate the fathers. Like I said, psychologically, people don't even understand the type of warfare that is going on how it is that they will literally pit one versus the other, where society is in a sense showing you who they care about the most and who they in a sense don't care about / say that they don't need in the household or in the communities. Like I said, people don't even understand. And then on top of that, you have a lot of people out here that are so hurt, that are so jaded, so broken, that they will do their damnedest to perpetuate that same narrative and that stereotype, even though Black fathers are needed in the community. But let's just go over some stats and let's just not hear me, in a sense, talk about it. Over half of Black fathers, 54%, read to their kids age 5 or younger daily. 13% of Black fathers are stay-at-home dads. Among children living in two-parent families, 75.7% have a father who works full-time all year round. There is a 28% of poverty rate among single-father families in Black communities. So we can help to get this narrative directly out so people specifically know what percentage of Black homes are fatherless. 57.5% of Black homes are fatherless. It does not mean that the fathers are not in the lives of their children. It simply means that the fathers do not live in the same households with their children through divorce, death, or other circumstances. What race has the most active fathers? Black fathers. According to the CDC, Black fathers are most likely to have been involved in activities with their children compared with white and Hispanic fathers. What percentage of Black men are single fathers? So they said just over half, 56% of single fathers are white, as are 45% of single mothers and 2/3, 66% of married fathers. Single fathers are much less likely to be Black at 15%, are as compared with single mothers at 28%, but more likely to be Black than fathers in married two-parent households at 7%. So again, those are the stats. And people can be mad about it, or they can try to argue the numbers if they want to because of their specific individual situation. Again, a lot of people need to get out of their situation, stop trying to emotionally involve yourselves in this, and look at the overall facts. The overall facts is that Black fathers are there. Black fathers are needed. When Black fathers are present, it tends to be more beneficial, specifically for the children and their lives and also their upbringing. And last but not least, just because a household is quote unquote fatherless does not mean that the Black father is not present in and around their children's lives. Let's stop the BS.